Oh. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Ambattvamanusandathami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshini. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the first chapter talks about the confusion of Arjuna, his state where his logic, his understanding was very misplaced. He expressed himself, and in the second chapter, in the very beginning, we find that he verbally surrenders to the Lord. And then Sri Krishna starts addressing Arjuna, begins his discourse from the highest standpoint, and slowly seeing the need of Arjuna, slowly comes down step by step to as though hold the hand of the student and lift him above. Arjuna responds to this type of teaching, and towards the end of the second chapter is also inspired to ask a very, very beautiful question on the vision and experience, the qualities of a man of realization called as Sthita Prajna. Sri Krishna very beautifully describes or indicates that man of realization with which the second chapter ends. This second chapter actually is like a summary of the Gita. All the topics and concepts that are to be elaborated further are put down like a table of contents. The third chapter is talking about what Sri Krishna took up for discussion in the second part of the second chapter, which is Karma Yoga, where Bhagavan, in very simple terms, told Arjuna, act we must. So, what to do is our duties, how to do as an offering to the Lord, and how to receive the results as His prasada. This is called Karma Yoga. And various other topics related to Karma Yoga were touched upon. For example, why should one perform actions? How Karma Yoga can help someone. So, that is to attain purity of mind, single pointedness of mind, and also if I have nothing to attain, at least to lead the society in the right direction, I need to set an ideal. Therefore, I need to perform Karma Yoga. So, Sri Krishna gives his own example and establishes that action is necessary and the right type of action with the right attitude is most beneficial. Then moving forward in the fourth chapter, uh, he just concludes whatever he wanted to say just by glorifying this knowledge, saying that this is the great lineage through which this knowledge has been passed generation after generation. And in that, he points out that I am the one who initially gave this knowledge to the sun. The sun has been around for such a long time, and initially, that time you were not there because you were just born some time before, and sun has been there before you. So, how can you say that you gave this knowledge? So, Sri Krishna also clarifies that Arjun, what you are seeing is a very limited vision. Both of us have come and gone many times. Difference is, I know, you don't. So, what is the difference between God and us? What is the difference between Ishvara and Jiva? Is only knowledge. So, Bhagavan knows, I don't know. Otherwise, manifestations repeatedly both are happening. Just because he knows, his manifestation is different from us. And that is why his manifestation is called incarnation. And our manifestation is called reincarnation. So he talks about the divinity, the greatness of his birth or his manifestation, and he also talks about the greatness of his action. He says, although it is done by me, yet I don't do anything. And one who understands this is the wise one, is the liberated one. How can you understand this? So, there also he talks about the supreme vision of knowledge, and he also says that one who can see that one essence pervading everything, and one who can see everything contained in that one, such a one only is wise, such a one is only liberated. In spite of that person performing actions, he is not performing anything. He has, in the true sense, given up all action. And that is the highest vision of knowledge. That is our goal. So he talked about it in the language of yajna and elaborately talked about so many different yajnas. And he says these are all sadhana, but the ultimate goal is to have that vision of oneness in and through our actions also. Every part and factor of the action is that one alone. To be able to see that, recognize that, connect to that is the goal. Where there is no action involved, that giving up of action takes place. And it is only by giving up of actions that you can attain that supreme vision. Only then even sadhana is fully possible, because if you are engaged in all the time actions, you will not be able to proceed further on the path. This is all he told in the fourth chapter until the last verse. In the last verse, he said, because this is so, Arjuna, therefore, yogamatishta means act. Uttishta Bharata, get up. Take your bow and arrow in your hand, fight. Oh, Arjuna at this stage, he was again confused. Confused does not mean he did not understand. Confused means he had a doubt in terms of application. This is a very important point because we also are confused all the time. What does Bhagavan want to say? Sometimes he's saying this, sometimes I don't understand anything. That is our confusion because I don't understand anything. Here, Arjuna has understood what he is saying, and now when he is thinking about application, he is feeling that there is some clarification required. In the beginning of the third chapter, Arjun asked a similar type of question and he said, Bhagwan, one side you are praising knowledge, 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 and on other side you are saying that act, fight, fight, fight. What is this? You are confusing me. You decide one thing and tell me clearly what is good for me. Means you don't leave it to me. You only decide and you tell me. Second chapter also he said the same thing. Third chapter also he said the same thing. Then on one side you are praising action, on the other side you are praising knowledge. What is better out of these two? What should I do? You tell me. Should I pursue knowledge or should I act? What should I do? And that's when the entire Karma Yoga was given out. Now, here again in the beginning of the fifth chapter, Arjuna raises a doubt, but this doubt is very different, although it sounds very similar to what he asked in the third chapter, but this is an application based deeper question. So, we will read this first verse, which is Arjuna's question, and then we will think about it. ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासं कर्मणां कृष्ण पुनर्योगं च शंससि यच्छ्रेय एतयोरेकम् तन्मे ब्रूहि सुनिश्चितम्। अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः। Now begins the fifth chapter, Arjuna Uvacha, with Arjuna speaking. Bhagavan Shri Krishna finished his discourse. He said, now you understood Arjuna, now get up, fight. They say, Bhagavan, one doubt. Okay, what is it? Bhagavan, just now, in the previous chapter, Karmanam Sannyasam, He Krishna, Shamsasi. You praised giving up of action throughout the fourth chapter. Who said this is supreme, vision is most important, and after that anybody even who acts really does not act, and that is the supreme. That you praised it so much. You said so many verses. Now, after that punaha, then towards the end of it, yogam cha shamsasi. And you are now praising or considering yoga. Yoga means here karma yoga, action. So giving up of action you praised first, then now performing action you are again giving it importance and saying now yoga matishtha, you do this. So now there needs some clarification. What is the clarification? So the word meaning first we'll see. Yachreya etayoho ekam. Etayoho yaha ekam shreya. Of these two, one which is good or one which is the better one, shreya, tanme bruhi sunishchitam. Clearly you tell me that. Here he is not saying you are confusing me. Here he is saying these two, of these two, which one is better? You just tell me that. So when we read the words, we feel that it is similar to the second chapter verse also. where he said that Yachreyasya Nishchitam Bruhitan Me Shishyasteyam Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Second chapter beginning. Third chapter beginning, he said that you only decide what should be done. Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tasmim karmani gore mam niyojayasi keshava vyamishreyane vakyana buddhi mohayasiva me yad ekam vada nishchitya yena shreyoham apnayam. Just you decide what is better. So both these, he's saying the same thing. And here also, Yachreya etayor ekam tanme bruhi sunischitam. So it seems as though he is repeating his question, but he is not repeating his question. In the first time he asked about, I am not clear what is to be done, what is the right thing to do. I am confused. So you please tell me what is to do. Don't ask me to think, because I am not in the state of thinking. Second time he is saying, action or knowledge, both exclusively. You tell me one of these I should do, which is better. So for me, what is better? You just decide and you tell me. Don't leave it to me. Here he is saying that after listening to you the full third chapter and fourth chapter, one thing I am convinced. What is it? That the supreme vision is the vision of knowledge. That has to be attained. That is the goal. Now I am convinced about this matter. I have no doubt. Means now he is not saying whether action or knowledge. He is saying knowledge has to be attained. That is the ultimate knowledge. That is the ultimate goal. And that is the supreme vision. I am convinced about it. Because I have listened to you. So I have no doubts. I have to attain that. But in order to attain that, based on what you said, there seem to be two paths leading to that goal. What are the two paths? There seem to be. Arjuna is saying, I have understood that you said this is the goal, this is the supreme vision of knowledge is the goal. Yes, it is my goal also. Accepted. Now, in order to reach that goal, there can be two paths. That is what I have understood. He is giving his feedback that this is what comes to me, this is what I understood. What is it? One, performance of action, which you just told me, commanded me to do towards the end of the fourth chapter. And the other is giving up of action, which you praised throughout the fourth chapter. So there seem to be two paths leading to that same goal, and both you have not changed your your viewpoint, you have not changed your direction. You are saying yes, goal is the same, and there is no confusion to me. Now I don't have confusion. In the beginning of third chapter I had a confusion, action or knowledge. This was a confusion. Here I know it is knowledge. I know it is the supreme vision of knowledge only. That is my goal. I know it. But in order to attain that, on one hand you are saying giving up of action, only then you will be attaining that. And on the other hand you are saying I must act. So this I need clarity. And again he is saying Yachreya etayoho ekam, means which is better. Better means what? For me. It is not better, absolutely. I know you are prescribing both, means both are valid. I have no question about the validity. I have no question about the connection between the two. I just have question about of these two, which is a better applicable path through which I can reach this supreme vision. So my question is application based. Now he is now ready to apply. Earlier he was only trying to, you tell me, I am not able to understand, explain to me better, tell me which is better. Now he is saying, I want to apply. I want to reach that goal. Yes, but now how should I reach these two paths? And why am I asking that you tell me only one? Because these two paths are such that I understand so much also that these two cannot be practiced simultaneously. See, this clarity is there in Arjuna. See, when we say he is confused, his confusion does not mean he has not understood anything. He has understood a lot of things clearly. But he has come to this point that when I am actually supposed to walk the path, you have mentioned two paths, and both leading to the same goal, and that goal is my goal also. But these two paths are such that they can't go hand in hand. There are some things that I can do together also. See, for example, if I want to eat and watch TV, possible together? I can do that. Okay, although I should not be done. That is a different thing. But we can eat and watch TV. It can happen together. So, okay, these two you can do together. But sleep and watch TV, that I can't do simultaneously. There are two different paths. Now you say which one is better? Which will give me more happiness? Or which is sure to give me happiness? Should I watch TV? Or should I sleep? Give me one of the thing clearly. Because I want to do it. I want to attain happiness. Will TV give me more happiness? Or sleep give me more happiness? Or both will give happiness, but which one should I do? Which is more applicable to me? This is the question. It is an application based question. We have to understand the question. Otherwise, he is again and again, Arjuna is repeating the same question. Second chapter also he is asking the same thing. Third chapter also he is asking the same thing. Fifth chapter also he is asking the same thing. Means, what kind of student is he? But actually, he is very clear, very focused. We have to understand he was the only student in front of the teacher. So he dare not get distracted here and there. And those days, thankfully, there was no mobile phones also. So there was no notification, tongue. What is this? Just a minute. There was no distraction for him. There was nothing that he could look here and there and all, or he could just zone out after some time. Acha, a Gita class is going on. Oh, yeah, I remember I came here. I came and sat, that I remember. So he could not because he was the only student. And Krishna was looking at him and talking. So therefore, he had to, he was completely there. And he said, I want to do this. This makes so much sense. Earlier, whatever I said in the first chapter, everything you have completely, all my myths you have busted. You have told everything like whatever I said is wrong. You have told. And it is not easy for me to accept, but now you make so much sense that now I am, convinced and I want to do what you're saying. But here is a problem. In the sense, there are two things which I can't do together. Because one is performance of action, other is giving up of action. Which one should I do? Because both I can't do simultaneously. You said little bit you perform, little bit you give up. That also is not possible. In combination, it's not possible. Simultaneously, it's not possible. It's not seasonal. 6 months you perform action, 6 months. That will be Kumbhakarna. You sleep for 6 months, then wake up and again sleep for that. What is this? Which one should I follow? So, if you understand this question, Yachreya etayorekam, which is better? And Shreya word is also a very beautiful word. It is not talking about which way, by which will I benefit more. It is not about me. It is which will bring about greater well-being. Shreya means the well-being or goodness. This is a very beautiful thing. Whenever we are unwell, when we are fallen sick and all, then people call and ask. It is love with which we also, if somebody is sick, we call and ask, how are you feeling now? How are you feeling now? No, morning only you asked. What now? What would have happened? 2 hours have passed. You think something, but then we are under pressure. I'm feeling much better. I have to say that every time because that is convention. So if somebody asks, how are you feeling? Better. Why? Because I can't say I'm not feeling good. And one thing is that self-protection also. Because if you say you're not feeling good, say, I think your medicines are not working, I will give you something. Because everyone's a doctor. Or my experience only, by this medicine I got cured, so you should eat this only then you will be cured. And some people curse also along with that. If you don't eat this, I don't think you will be cured. What is this? I'll have a cupboard full of medicines. I said, who label this, that person gave, this person gave, this one gave. What are you eating? Nothing. I've kept everything. So, whenever somebody asks, I say, better. Now, this better word is very interesting. Till the time I am using this expression, I am feeling better, I am feeling better, I am feeling better, which means I am not well. Interesting. Grammar and transactional world usage are so different. Better is supposed to be, better than good. But I am better means I am not well. Still there is something. But when I am completely healthy, neither I use better nor do I use best. I say I am good. It is so interesting. Actually, from the degree, it is a comparative degree and a superlative degree, which is used for I am not well, I am not good. But the positive degree, which is good, which is supposed to be less than the other two, is used for actually good. So when you say I am better means I am not good. When I really recover, I am good, back to good health, I'll say I am good. Then I don't have to say I am better. Very interesting. Similarly, here also, Shreya does not mean I am which is better. Here it is saying which is good. Just to make a point that good is actually better than better. Although grammatically better is better than good. But in usage, good is better than better. So this Yachreyaha, which is Shreya means, which is the good thing. And it is not only limited to me, in general, for everyone. So Arjuna is not only asking for himself, he's saying, what is a better one? How can it be attained? Is giving up action a better thing or performance of action, which will lead me to the good? Which is good for in general everyone. That you tell. Tanme bruhi sunishchitam. That you please clearly tell. We also, when we want to purchase something, go to some shop, we find so many different products, different brands, different things. But then we say, this one is better than this one is better than that also. But ultimately, when I make my choice, this is good. And now that which is good, I settle for that. Because if it is still compared to other things, means something compared to this also will come which will be better than this. But good is, I settle. That's done. So, Yachreya, clearly you tell me of this which is the one which I should follow. And application means he is very, very focused, he is keen that you tell me that I will follow that. I want to follow it. And I want to attain that goal. Now, Bhagavan also very beautifully answers this question. So, we read the second verse. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Sannyasah karma yogascha Nishreyasakaravubhau Tayostu karma sannyasat Karma yogo vishishyate. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. So as a response to this question, Shri Bhagavan Shri Krishna spoke. What did he speak? First we will see the word meanings, then we will think more about it. He is saying, hey Arjuna, Sannyasaha Karma Yoga. So Karma Sannyasa and Karma Yoga. Karma Sannyasa means giving up of action and Karma Yoga performance of action in the right spirit. Both these, Ubhau, Nishreyasa Karau. Both of them lead to the supreme well-being. Nishreyas. In other words, this Nishreyas also in the scriptures technically is also another word used for moksha. Moksha means liberation, infinite happiness. Nishreyasa karo. Both these lead to that supreme well-being, that supreme knowledge, that vision, liberation. Both these lead. Oh, performance of action also and giving up of action also. Both. Sannyasa, karma yoga. Both. Acha. So if both lead, then that's my question. Which one can I follow? So he says, tayostu. Tu means but. Understand, tayoho, among these two, karma sannyasat, as compared to giving up of actions, karma yoga vishishyate. Performance of action is better. So compared to giving up of actions, karma sannyasa, karma yoga is better of the two. So both these lead to that supreme goal. But if we talk about one among these two, better would be vishishyate, vishesha. Better would be karma yoga. This is his answer. Now, both these lead to the same goal. That now we have uh, heard this, we must have said this also so many times, that no, all these different paths are there, different faiths are there, different practices are there, but all these paths are different, but ultimately our goal is one and the same, and we are all reaching the same goal. We must have heard this so many times. But here, and it seems that this is also the same thing, that you come from this side or you come from this side, ultimately you have to reach there only. So it seems as though it is some two different paths that it is being talked about. But both are reaching the same place, it is said. Already this was a little bit mentioned in the 4th chapter, but 5th chapter more elaboration will come after this. But Bhagavan Sri Krishna's style, we should understand, his style of communication, which is a very, very beautiful style of communication, is that first he would say in a nutshell what he wants to say. Then he will elaborate it. Then at the end, he will summarize it again. This is very good oratory, actually. Presentation. First, tell them what you're going to tell them. Second, tell them. Third, tell them what you told them. So that's what exactly Bhagavan Sri Krishna is doing, and all our scriptures follow more or less this same pattern. So this second verse is going to be elaborated now. So this is in a nutshell 5th chapter. What is this? So he's saying both these reach the same destination. Now what is the destination? Now let us say we want to reach somewhere, let us say Little India Metro. We want to reach MRT station, we want to reach from here. Now if I say, will Tessenson Road lead me to that Little India MRT, or will Racecourse Road lead me there? Which one will lead me there? If somebody asks, tell me one thing. Don't tell me both and confuse me. Will Tessenson Road lead me to that Little India MRT, or will Racecourse Road lead me to that? Which one? Goal is decided. I want to reach there. Of these two, can you tell me one thing? Which one should I follow? Which road should I take? Now, if we know the geography, and my geography only this much I know. So, so what will someone who knows the place say? Both these roads will lead you to the same destination. Does that mean both are disjoint from each other? Both are parallel to each other? Both are coming from different directions? What does it mean? When you move out from here, you have to take the Tessenson road. And then when you cross that point, junction, and then move ahead, that same road becomes racecourse road, and then you reach. So which road is leading there? If we say Descent road leads there, is it correct? It is correct because that's what I am taking now. If we say racecourse road leads there, yes, that is also true. So there's no confusion. But no, which one is better? No, Bhagavan, why did he say only one? He said that no, Karma Yoga is better. Why? Because for all of us sitting here, for us, say, start walking on the Descent road. Because sitting here from here, you can't start walking on the racecourse road. You have to walk on this path. And when you reach that junction and cross that junction over, then suddenly you will find that Ascension road is over, racecourse road has started. I didn't even notice. It has changed. And now I am there at my destination. So have we changed the path? As far as the road is concerned, it is the same road. But little bit is called by one name, the other bit is called by another name. Same way, Arjuna, who was listening to this discourse, and the majority of people, they were all sitting in the Chinmaya center. So for them, this road, that is road of Karma Yoga, Vishishyate, better. Means what? You will be able to do it now. Unless you have such long strides that you step out of here and reach that road directly. It is not going to be possible. You have to go through this, and as you go through this and move towards the goal, we will find that the next road automatically comes. So that is why tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo vishishyate. So compared to karma sannyasa, compared to that which is now out of my reach, but both these are leading to the same goal, means these are serial and not parallel. So karma sannyasa, I have to be eligible for. Eligibility is I have to reach that junction. And for that, how to become eligible? Walk on this path. So walk on the path of karma yoga, and when that eligibility comes, automatically karma sannyasa happens, means the giving up happens. So what is our focus? Our focus is performance of action and not giving up of action. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya ji explains this same matter in asking a more fundamental question. That Arjuna's question, who was it meant for? This question will be whose question? Will it be the question of a person of knowledge? The one who is already having knowledge will not have this question. Why? Because for that person, karma sannyasa has already happened. According to the 4th chapter, it was very clearly mentioned that for such a person, even if they seem to be acting in this world, actually they are not doing anything. So karma sannyasa has happened for a person of knowledge. So person of knowledge will not have such a question at all. So then for whom is this question? It is for the ignorant. But what kind of ignorant? That kind of ignorant who wants to reach that goal. So in Sanskrit, there are 3 terms used. One is called Jnani. Jnani is knowledgeable, reached the goal. Now one who has reached the goal or even gone up to that advanced level right there almost. For such a person, there is no confusion, there is no question. Jnani doesn't have, the one who has accomplished. Ajnani means he doesn't know, he doesn't have the knowledge and not even ready to walk. Still sitting inside. For such a person also, such a question will never come. How to reach there? I am not even I am sitting there. As I am okay. Things are good. Then for such a person also, so this is for a jnani, No. For Ajnani means not putting in any effort, not interested in attaining that goal. It's not for him also. Then for whom? So there's a third word called Jignasu. Jignasu means the one who is interested in knowing. The one who is having that urge to gain that knowledge, gain that supreme vision. For such a person only this question will come. Means that is why this is a question of application, not theoretical understanding. Because an Ajnani also can sit and say, tell me more. It's nice. When you speak, I feel good. So that is this question is not for such a person. Because even if Bhagavan will give all the discourse, still nothing, no transformation will happen. Here Arjuna is wanting to make a change. He wants to walk the path. He wants to reach the goal. I want to reach there. How to go? Take this road. Start. And when you start, you will realize that eventually you will go to the next road and then you will reach the destination. It will automatically happen. But start. So here, this question is for the Jignasu who is not yet got the knowledge but wants to get that knowledge, and therefore he is ready to walk the path, and therefore he is asking which path to take. Now for a person who has not yet got the knowledge, karma is still there. So how can you give up karma? Because the one who has not got knowledge means what? Still that doership is there. And as long as the doership is there, karma is there. And as long as karma is there, karma phala or the result is there. So the enjoyership or the sufferership is there. So that is going to be there till I get that knowledge. And till I get that knowledge, if I have to act, then what will be my path? Logically. Path of action only. It can't be path of renunciation. Also, traditionally speaking, if we look at our scriptural injunctions, the different stages of life which is given in our Dharma Shastras, it is said that one has to keep moving from one stage to the next, and this evolution has to happen in every person's life, each one of us. This evolution is, it is a natural thing, and we should try to grow through this. So initially in the student phase of life, which is called Brahmacharya Ashram, I focus on gaining knowledge, studying, obeying the guidance of my teachers, just follow their instructions, live in self-discipline. That is the first stage. Then comes the Grihastha Ashram, the householder's phase. So there, in a Vidyarthi stage, in a Brahmacharya Ashram, there was one job I have: follow the instructions, obey, that's all. No decision making required, no choice given. Guru said this, do, that's all. There is no other, other job not given. But here, as a Grihastha, I have to make decisions. Not only that, I have to take responsibility of the society also. Grihastha Ashrama is not just, having some liberties and freedom, and it is only Grihastha Ashram which is allowed to have, earn money. Only Grihastha Ashram is allowed to earn money. Other three ashramas not allowed. A brahmachari is not supposed to earn money. A vanaprasthi is not supposed to earn money. Vanaprasthi means he stopped earning money. Sannyasi, of course, not. So, only Grihastha Ashram. So, he alone is allowed to earn money. He alone is allowed certain pleasures of life, which is not allowed to the other three. You have to live a life of discipline. You have to live a life of, contemplation or study. So there are more rules enjoined there. So then who will take the responsibility of the other three? Grihastha Ashram. So therefore, a Grihastha Ashrami has to act. But how to act and yet grow? Because growth is common in all the four. How to grow? So those actions which are my duties, they have to be fulfilled as a worship of the Lord, Karma Yoga, Ishwararpana Buddhi and Prasada Buddhi. That is Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga is important. The one who takes responsibility, actions are inevitable, and if actions are performed, if they are performed with the right attitude, then automatically that only becomes liberating. That only becomes my means of growth. And then further, Vanaprasthi. So Vanaprasthi, I give up certain responsibilities. I give up certain privileges also. Both responsibility, Spider-Man, we have to always remember. With great power comes great responsibility. So if you give up responsibility, you have to give up power also. Then you can't say, I want the power, but I don't take responsibility. Not possible, sorry. Because if you want power, then responsibility also will be there. So giving up starts from there. But still, actions altogether cannot be given up. But then there is an injunction in the scripture saying, at one point, when there is mature vairagya, dispassion, detachment, then you should give up. That is called sannyasa, renunciation. This renunciation, it said, this renunciation will lead me to that supreme vision, where I am not taking up anything else. My only sole association is with that vision of truth, nothing else. So I am not related to anything else. That's all. My identity only is that. That kind of maturity. This growth is natural. Now, in this, if we see, action is required at Brahmacharya ashram also, Grihastha ashram also, Vanaprastha ashram also. Because Vanaprastha ashram, there's a lot of sadhana, upasana, all these things are enjoined in the scriptures. So, actions are constantly being done, and through actions only one grows to a level of giving up all action. Now, when the word karma is used in the scriptures, in those days, Arjuna was not some illiterate person or something completely disjoint from the Veda and all. He was a student of the Veda. So, as a student of the Veda, he had heard this word karma many times. But in the Veda, if we see karma, karma is used as a specific word as a ritual. So he says we have to do karma, means a ritualistic action. So we do karma, Agni karma, so that is yajna, it is called karma. That is why Bhagavan used that word, and that whole, the language of yajna was used in the previous chapter. So that Arjuna understands that look, karma also can be a yajna, and in the spirit of yajna, all the karma has to be done so that you reach the state where there is akarma. No karma is there. So now, if a person like Arjuna, who is the student of the Veda, reads the word or listens to the word karma, for him immediately all this ritual, etc., etc. Now, as soon as there is a ritual, then ritual also has a person who is eligible to do it. Now, who is eligible? A non-sannyasi is eligible. A fire sacrifice can be done by anyone who is not a sannyasi. And according to the Varna and all those other systems, there are, this person, he should have done so much of preparation, these preparatory self-disciplines have to be followed, vratas, niyamas, all these things are supposed to be done, and then that person becomes eligible. All that is there in detail. But for a sannyasi, the last fire ritual that a sannyasi does is his own last rites over. Done. After that, there is nothing more. So now, when Arjuna heard karma yoga and karma sannyasa, he felt there is one stage where you don't have to do anything. You don't have to act. You don't have to perform these rituals. You don't have to. That is sannyasa. Whereas here, Bhagavan is saying, I am not talking about physically giving up action. He is saying, I am talking about the attitude of giving up. Sannyasa is the bhava and not the karma. So he is not talking about, therefore he is saying that Whether you perform action or you go to the stage of karma sannyasa, actions will keep happening. And that he has already said in the third chapter itself. He said, none of us can live even for a moment without performing actions. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit. So he said in the third chapter itself that everyone performs action all the time. But if I don't have the doership, then even if something is happening, I am not doing it. So it is that spirit that is more important. And that spirit will come with what? With more maturity. And that maturity will be attained by what? By performance of action. When can I be free of action? In principle, this was also talked about in the third chapter. When can I reach a stage where I don't need to do anything? Only after doing everything. Because if I don't do everything, I still will have something to be done. And so I can't reach that stage where nothing needs to be done. So it is only through action that I can reach the state of karma sannyasa. So karma yoga is the path for karma sannyasa. So if we look at, if Arjuna's state of mind in the beginning of the Gita, our state of mind also often is like that certain things I don't want to do, I don't like. So then we talk about, we read the Gita, and then Gita says, highest vision, devoid of action. I think I will go for that. That's good. Because I don't have to do. Why? Because I don't want to do. So therefore, I will choose that. But here Bhagavan is saying, but that is not available for you. It is there, but it is not available for you. So there are not certain even games or certain things. So we have courses and all. There is a basic foundation course, then there is an advanced course. So now I say, uh, I want to go for that advanced course. Said, yes, advanced course we offer, but it's not for you. Then when will I be eligible to do the foundation course first? But I don't want to do the foundation course. Then you will not get advanced course. Oh, okay. So then this is the only path. Yes. So how to give up all the action? Perform action. But I don't want to perform action. That is why I want to know how to give up the action. So the giving up the action is possible only through performance of action. How to get out of a problem? Somebody said, go through it. Because how else? If you circumvene, you try to run away, it is still standing there. Okay, I'm here. It is said in the Ramcharitmanas, Parvati ji, she was small, and she was born in the house of the Himalaya, the Himavan, and his wife Maina Devi, and the daughter Parvati was born. And when she was very young, Narad ji came to their place. Narad ji, such a great devarshi, moving about everywhere. So such people who travel far and wide, when some such devarshi etc. come, then immediately the parents bring the child. Why? You go everywhere, no? Just look for someone, some match for my daughter. People used to do this with Gurudev also. Gurudev, you travel all over. So, young daughter I have, just please look for some nice boy and you only. so like that, Narad ji also. So they said, no, come, do namaskar. And then he said, Narad ji, you please tell about her what is her life going to be like and what should she do and some guidance give her. So Narad ji said, everything is good, everything beautiful life and great. But what? But one thing I am seeing, that her husband, what about it? He is going to be someone who is an orphan. He doesn't have mother, father. Oh, okay. That's okay, never mind. He doesn't even have a house. Huh? Acha. Then where does he live? In cremation grounds. Really? Then okay, but does he earn anything? There's one Bhiksha Patra, and that Bhiksha Patra is was somebody's skull. He was going around and begging for alms. Acha, but is he good looking and dressed well and all? Good looking, okay, yes, he will be. But dress and all, he will have snakes for his ornaments. Instead of talcum powder or perfume, he will use the ash from the berry, that cremation only. Oh, and okay, but his family and all, no family. Oh, okay, at least he has some followers on Instagram or some few million followers. And I don't know about Instagram, but he has followers, lot of followers. Oh, those followers, like, he may be followed by some great people, maybe. All his followers are all Bhutaganas. Somebody has one eye, somebody has many eyes. Somebody so thin, somebody so fat, like that. All Bhuta, Pishacha, Preta, all these are his, entourage with whom he moves about. Okay, he has some gaadi wadi kuch hai, one bull, that is his vehicle. Oh, he'll be like that. And absolutely no sanskar, he's never gone to school. Oh, he is like that. She's going to get a husband like that. So now the mother was crying, the father was worried, and Parvati ji, young girl, she was very happy. Perfect match. Yes, exactly. Narad is really knowledgeable. He is my guru. Then Naraji said, but if I think a little bit, I feel, and these people said, no, please tell us what to do, what to do. Huh? How can we avert this danger? Naraji said, this is going to happen. She will be married with such a person only. But all these I described, all these are qualities in Lord Shiva. Let her do tapas. Let her go to the jungle, do tapas, and please Lord Shiva and marry him. Then this prophecy will also come true, and she will be blessed to be the consort of Lord Shiva himself. Now, Parvati ji was very happy. She prostrated to Naraji. She said, "You are my guru. You have like won my heart. You are great." She said, "Okay, may I leave? Guru has said I should go and do tapas. May I go?" So these parents were so worried, so worried. The mother, this description is there. The mother is saying, what this Narad himself doesn't have he is not a householder. He doesn't know what is a family life about. And he is coming and advising us like this. One little daughter I have got, and he wants to send her also to the jungle. Does he not think, what is this? I will not let this marriage happen. Typical that Hindi movie. मैं ये शादी नहीं होने दूंगी. So what will you do? What to do? I will carry you and jump from a mountain, or I will drown in the ocean holding you. So it's a mother's heart, and she was very, very concerned about her daughter. And this is all because they had so much faith in Narada. If there was no faith, they would not be disturbed so much. So they also had faith, although she was talking all this, but they had faith. So how can I do this? So Parvati ji says there's very beautiful thing. She says, "Oh mother, you know it very well. I know this is your expression of your love, I understand, but you know it very well that wherever I may go, you may take me somewhere, or you may say that, Chalo, let us die also. Even then, do you think this prophecy is going to change? Do you think this situation is going to leave me? That wherever I go, this will come behind me, because that is my destiny. I have to face it. I have to go through it. So it is only by going through that I will come out of it. And it comes to me, it did not come to everyone, which means what? It comes to me because I am the chosen one. It can turn out to be something which will be good for me also in the long run. Why are you worried? And even if it is not good for me, even if I am not able to understand what is the blessing here, still, if Bhagavan has given me this situation, better to face it sooner than postponing it. Because by running away, it is not that I am going to escape, I am going to have to face it some other time. And that time, I don't know what will be my condition. I don't know what will be the situation and whether I'll be able to take it or not. It is better to do it now. Parvati ji's words of wisdom. That anything, if you want to get out of it, if you want to get out of action, performance of action. That is it. So Bhagavan is saying, look, Arjun, for majority of people, you said which one is better, which one is the good. The good is performance of action. If you have reached the junction and after that, the injunction is you take the essence on road. But if you have reached the junction, then you won't have that question because it is only one road remaining. But the very fact that you have this question means you have to go through this road. Only then you will reach there. Once you have reached that stage, after that, this question won't remain. Whether I should give up something or not is the question only to a person who should not give up. Because a person who has reached that stage will not have this question whether I should give up or not, because actions will drop off. After waking up, I don't have a question whether I should wake up or not. I have woken up already. Then now what is the question in that? After sleeping, I will not have a question whether I should sleep or not. So when I have not reached there, that time only I have this question. And which means I have to go through it. So we'll see this very beautiful in a nutshell. Bhagavan has said, but then now elaborately he is going to explain this. And it is a very, very pertinent question for all of us. Because at every juncture we have this question, should I do this? Should I not do this? What is the right thing? We constantly have this and we need to understand this. So it is not just a problem of Shakespeare, to do or not to do. It was even before that, Arjuna, and it is even now with us. So we'll explore this on this journey further. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om